Shorekeeper is going to be a must pull in Wurthering Wave 1.3. Nope, not even exaggerating. That's it. She's so powerful that you have to pull for her, which, let me explain why. But first, subscribe. Shorekeeper is going to be a upcoming 5-star support in Wurthering Wave. This is going to be a direct upgrade to Verena, who is currently the most used support in the entire game. And how do we know this? Because the developer themselves actually say so. In the Wuthering Wave 1.3 preview livestream, they actually showcases entirely what Shorekeeper is capable of doing. Shorekeeper is going to be a healer similar to Verena, but instead of giving your entire team like an attack buff, she actually provides critical rate and critical damage instead, scaling off her energy recharge. Similar to other healer like Verena in this game, Shorekeeper has the ability to prevent lethal damage. I feel like this is actually one of the most underrated ability in terms of clearing the tower. The thing with the tower is that they're all really like DPS challenge. Your only goal is to kill the boss in 2 minutes as fast as possible. Now the ability to prevent you from dying one time means that for the first time, you can ignore whatever the boss does. It doesn't really matter, you don't have to pay attention. You just keep attacking the boss and try to pump as much damage as possible, because if you do die, well, you get a one-time revive, but you already pumped so much damage that it's actually what's going to clear you the tower. Speaking of the tower, the biggest reason why Shorekeeper is a must roll is not to replace Verena. To be honest, if you already have Verena, which all of you do, I think Shorekeeper is not that important, because Verena does the job fine. The most important thing about Shorekeeper compared to Verena is that you can use them both. Because of the tower, there are what we call the 4 hard chamber, which are the last chamber on the left tower, the last chamber on the right tower, and then the 2 middle tower. These 4 chamber are the hardest. They always come with a boss enemy, and they are where players struggle the most. And because there's 4 chamber and these cost 5, while the other 2 chamber cost 4, you need at least 2 healer in this game. Unfortunately, right now we only have Verena. Baiji literally don't count, and I'm gonna explain why. Right, the addition of Shorekeeper means that you can run Shorekeeper on 2 of these chambers while running Verena on the other 2 chambers. So finally, we can have a healer on all 4 teams. You know, if you actually look at this, I actually did run Baiji, I guess. Baiji suffers a really big problem right now, and that she's really slow. You have to like enter the field and then attack with your Pokemon 4 times. Click E, click Alt, your Turtle Bell, and then you have to attack 3 more times before you can do it. And then you still have to pick up this feather to get the attack buff, which is just so time consuming and it's so unintuitive. Baiji honestly is not a very good healer. On the other hand, while Verena can build her Forte circuit extremely fast, I feel like she's a little unintuitive to play sometimes. I feel like it's sometimes kind of unintuitive to just like attack 3 times, EQ R swap combo. For first time player, it might be a little more complicated because you don't really understand like why you have to swap and then attack 3 times to get the stacks and then like do these like jump attack animation cancel. In comparison, Shorekeeper is extremely smooth while being very easy to play. Her combo is pretty straightforward, and your ults, once you cast it, you just switch off to different characters and that's how you get your buff. Very easy to use. By the way, once again, this would be a good opportunity to remind everyone to subscribe because I'm actually working on this thing right here, which is going to be my future VTuber. You can check out 210 VT on Twitter, but for now, keep it a secret. Shh. Shorekeeper also has the ability to transform into a butterfly, which allows her to run at lightning speed. This will be really good for exploration, but more importantly, another really good thing for this is actually to reposition while battle. Sometimes you face really annoying enemies that run to the other side of the arena like the Inferno Rider, but this allows you to reposition very quickly on top of the enemy once again, which, you know, basically help you clear faster. Now, alongside the release of Shorekeeper is going to be her 5-star signature weapon, Stellar Symphony, but I feel like you don't really have to pull for her signature weapon just because she's a healer, so using just a 4-star energy regen weapon would be probably good enough. This also means that Shorekeeper is going to be one of the characters that is cheaper to pull, since DPS character, you should be pulling for a signature weapon always just because the difference is so big, but for a support character like Shorekeeper, just using a 4-star weapon is good enough. But alongside that, we do have a signature Echo for Shorekeeper, which is going to be matching her really well, similar to other signature 4-star Echo like Jue for Jinshi. Which means this is the support characters with a signature Echoes that everyone can easily obtain, so she's just going to be way more powerful than any other support in the game like Verena. I mean, yeah, that's really it. Shorekeeper is a must roll. You all probably know why she's a support. She replaced Verena. She's better than Verena. She gave crit and stuff like that. I don't know why you watch it entire for 5 minutes when, you know, after 10 seconds, you're like, she's a must pull. Alright, peace. That's it. Alright, okay. But if you watch it for all 5 minutes, appreciate it. Subscribe as always. Bye.